Hi there, my name is Miriam Tamori and I welcome you on this case study. This case study is going to be very, very beneficial for you because I'm going to share with you how we generate tremendous results for our clients. But not only that, I'm going to give you the actual advice and frameworks that you can use to generate the same results for your brand. So without further ado, let's begin. So how we make our clients additional 50K to 140K per month to their bottom line while staying profitable. But before we begin, I would like to shortly introduce us to you. So Maima E-commerce, we are a marketing agency focusing on helping e-commerce brands and infoproduct brands. At the moment, we are a team of 4 and we helped over 20 e-commerce brands. We're a remote team with the 5+ years of experiences, and we're a very dynamic team with a profound company culture and systematic project management. Now, when it comes to our company culture and our mission, we want to strive to help online businesses advance in their market with the art of paid advertising by establishing revenue-generated campaigns with a very strategic approach. When it comes to our company culture, our clients are number one priorities, right? Like I've said, we're a remote team. We don't have any fancy offices just to prove ourselves something. We don't do anything of that because we work really great on remote and we're really good at that. So there is no need to have a fancy, expensive office. We're primed to always be learning, advancing, and becoming a better marketers and leaders every single day. And we're focused on delivering the best results because at the end of the day, when it comes to marketing agencies, it's not about how good your promises are. It's not about how good we try to make it look about our services and whatnot. It's about delivering results. So our priority is delivering results and the best results that we can do, and also being a supportive team members, because it's really important to show the client that we are part of the team. And if the client doesn't have any team, we try to really hard to make it as they are part of our team. And we are really happy to do that because it's just amazing. The whole dynamic, whole communication, the whole partnership is just amazing. So you can see these are some of our past and current clients that we've helped. Like I've said, we've helped over 20 e-commerce brands and sometimes and also more. But these are some of the clients that you can screenshot and you can go to research. Now, these are the results that we generated, some of the results of the clients. Again, you can pause this, you can go through it, you can check this out because these are amazing results. And I'm going to show you exactly what we've used to generate these results. So if you stay to the end of this case study, I'm going to send you via email a breakdown on one of the framework that we use, a plug and play that you can copy and paste for your own benefit. And it's actually an actionable framework for Facebook and Instagram ads, which will get you to multiple figures per month in revenue. And this is one of our processes that we use for our clients. It's really, really powerful. And if you implement everything that is inside the framework, you're going to add this 50 to 140K per month to your bottom line very easily because it's really, really powerful. And almost no one is willing to share because this is gold nuggets. These are the gold nuggets. And this is the secret of some of the agencies, right? So I'm going to give you just that if you stick around. So now, the very, very important question, why should you be concerned? Why should you invest in digital marketing? And why should you even think that digital marketing is going to get you somewhere, and why it is so important in this day and age? So there are brands out there that are not investing in proper digital marketing strategies. It's in quote unquote, because what we believe it's strategy. A good strategy is good, right? But if you have a system and process like the framework I've shown you, couple seconds ago, if you have that, you're going to be way profitable. You're going to get way more results because you have a framework, you have a system. You don't rely on strategies and plain words. So these brands are going to lose millions of dollars because of their ignorance, and they're going to be crushed by every single competitor in their market that they had because they were just not investing in the right marketing, and therefore they brand almost dead. Look, it doesn't matter what you sell. If you have good or bad product, it doesn't matter because if you cannot sell it, if you cannot show your product online or offline, if you cannot show people that you have this product, it doesn't really matter how good it is. Because if you can show its value to customers, you're never going to get sales. So this is exactly why so many brands are underestimating digital marketing and paid advertising in general, and they're scared to invest in it. First of all, because they're scared it's not going to work. And second of all, they just don't believe that, right? They don't believe that why and who would buy on social media. But this is not your case. This is not your case because you watching this video represents the fact that you are not one of these brands. You're actually someone different. You're actually someone who tries to scale their brand and make it profitable with digital marketing, or potentially, or maybe thinking of this. And this is really good thinking, because this only will get you far, right? So the question is why some brands make it and their advertising and what actually generates results when it comes to paid advertising. Look, it's not a rocket science. Facebook, Instagram ads, no matter what ads are you running, it's not a rocket science. It's just rinse and repeat, proven systems. And over the years, you will actually see what is working and what is not working. We've helped so many brands in different niches, and we've seen exactly what is working for this niche, what is working for this niche. But at the end of the day, it's just a framework. It's just a system and process that works for every single one of the brands. So if you're thinking that maybe this is not going to work for you, it's going to work for you. You just need to have the right framework, right system, and right approach, right? And I'm going to share 3 pillars of successful advertising online that actually supports that idea that I've said, supports the idea of generating and creating a great process. And I'm just going to share that with you right now. So first is copywriting, then we have creative, and then audiences. If you get these 3 things right, you're going to be very, very successful online. So let's just begin with pillar number 1, copywriting. So how to write a copy that will evoke emotions and convert strangers into customers? Well, very important thing that a lot of brands and marketers and almost every single person underestimates is doing a proper research, is doing your homework, going on the internet, researching what your customers are saying about your product or about a competitor's product, researching of what people think, what language they use, what are the customer's desires, needs, and wants, who is your ideal client or customer, who is the person that is going to buy your product and why they're going to buy your product, what are the benefits of your product. And if you don't have these foundations, you're hardly ever going to craft a good copy. Therefore, you're hardly ever going to attract audience, and you're not maybe going to make that many sales that you wish, right? So therefore, it is really, really important to do a proper research and to identify what are your customers' needs, customers' wants, and customers' desires. Once you have that, it is really important to be different, because you may have seen ads that are just splashing on people, buy now, free shipping, and these short, very spammy and overused scarcity types of ads. These are dead. These ads are never going to be working anymore, because these people, your customers, are so immune to such advertisements like these, right? They don't want to be sold. They want to buy, but they don't want to be sold. So how do you fix that? How do you do it different than other people? You tell a story. Okay, you tell a compelling story, not only about your brand and how it all began, but also about your products. You tell a story maybe from your customer's perspective, and you tell their story and how your product changed their life. And you just make it really compelling and easy to read. Something like when a person will open the magazine and will read an article, you want to make it in some sort of a tone, in some sort of a sense, because these people need to feel comfortable and engaged while reading your copy. And this is where stories come in. Now, while you're writing the story, you have to, or you can use a very strong emotional based words that will motivate and persuade your customer to buy, right? Use a little bit of a scarcity, have a very strong call to action, but don't overuse it. Okay. Don't be pushy. Don't be really like buy now, free shipping. Don't be like that. Like, don't be like 90% of our advertisers out there. Just be unique, be yourself, and just be a human, right? And when it comes to split testing, and when it comes to so the last thing is split testing, okay? You never know what will work until you test it. And when it comes to split testing ad copy, what I highly suggest and what we found works the best is to have different advertising angles. So for example, if you look at this example of one of our clients, they're selling a phone accessory, and this phone accessory could be communicated in a way, or no, completely different ways. It could be communicated and sold in different angles. So what I highly suggest you is to create at least 3 different angles, 3 different ways your customers can view your product. For example, in this case, it was security, right? Because it's a phone gadget, it protects your phone from dropping. So we basically use security as our angle. Then we use, for example, having a stylish, very modern, and very unique phone accessory, and etc., right? So this was just an example. Like I've said, I highly recommend you creating more angles and testing these angles and see what is working, okay? Because without testing, you weren't able to see. And also, before I forget, try different styles of copies. Like Angles are one thing, but styles is the second thing. For example, storytelling copy. You can test between longer form copy, short copy, benefit copy, or customer generated copy. There are lots of styles of copies that you can use, but I highly suggest testing them all. Pillar number 2, creative. How do you create a visual that stops user from scrolling and encourage them to buy? So when it comes to social media, Facebook and Instagram mostly, while you're scrolling on social media, you see an ad. Okay, and if the ad does not persuade you to watch more, you're going to skip that within 3 seconds. And this is what we call 3-second attention span. And your customers have the same 3-second attention span. It's crazy, but it's what it is, right? It's what we have. And this is what people are doing at this D&H, right? At this point. Maybe in the future it will be 1 second, right? But it's really necessary to know that, because you have to craft your advertisement in that sense. Okay, you have to create ads that's going to stop the user immediately, stop whatever they were doing, stop scrolling. What your visual, what your creative, what we've seen that works the best are videos. So let's just say create video, and you make them watch it to the end, most preferably, right? And in order for you to do that, you have to have vivid colors, bold statements. You have to have really attention-grabbing video with a story. Sometimes it works really great, but it has to be really engaging and relevant to your audience. You can also use reviews and testimonials for people, for example, who added to cart and just need a little push. As you can see in this example with one of our clients, the first one, the Bloom one, is for people who've never heard about the brand before. And this is actually a video, and every single ingredient, or you can select nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, as the video goes, it turns into a benefit. So he was ginger, and now we have antiviral digestive aid, right? And the second one is customer generated content. It's review and testimonial video. Every single second or every single 3 seconds, there is a new testimonial going in, because these people added to cart, they are familiar with the product and just need a little push, right? All in all, you need to be very creative with your product, take an inspiration from your competitors, take an inspiration from other brands, but don't copy it. Rather model it and see what works for you. Pillar number 3, audience. When it comes to audience, you have to ask yourself how I target the right audience which is willing to buy my products. So again, with like copywriting, the same applies. You have to do the proper research. You have to see who is your ideal customer. Who is the person that is willing to buy from me? Okay, and once you have that, you can go to Facebook or Instagram or any social media platform and target that interest or target that behavior or that demographics. But what is really great and what is really effective is to use lookalike audiences. For example, you have a list of purchasers, list of people who purchased from you in the past. You export that into a CVS file, and that CVS file you put into Facebook, and Facebook will create a lookalike audience from that. Meaning, once you run your campaign with lookalike audiences, Facebook will automatically search for people who have very, very similar purchasing behavior as the people that purchased from you. That you are going to attract more customer-like people, which means more sales. And this is great because you cannot compete with competitors. You are unique. You have your own list. You have your own audience, right? So this is really great. It works tremendously. And sometimes we found it's working really great is broad audience. Sometimes it's good to let Facebook do their work. So what it means no targeting whatsoever, no adjustments whatsoever. You let the demographics be as it is. You let the interest, no interest whatsoever, no audiences, nothing. You just let the Facebook do its job. And this also works really great. So I highly recommend you testing that as well. And like just anything, when it comes to advertising, test a lot and see what is working for you and what is the one audience or maybe 2 or 3 audiences that work for your brand the best and the most. Now, these were the 3 pillars of successful advertising, but that is not everything. There is this another thing that makes e-commerce businesses successful with online advertisement, and it's called omnipresence. So what I mean by omnipresence, it's basically meaning that you are everywhere. Okay, so you have your products on every single social media platform. Now, don't be scared. You don't have to do it at first. You can choose one primary social media advertising platform. So for example, Facebook and Instagram. And then you can choose another 1 or 2 ones. So for the sake of this example, I've pulled out some campaigns from our client. So our primary service or primary channel is Facebook and Instagram, as you can see on the right-hand side. And Our secondary advertising platform is Pinterest, because they have the product that really resonates with audience on Pinterest. And you have to do this in advance. You have to know and determine where your product is being researched, where your product is being bought. If you're going to advertise, for example, this super blend on LinkedIn, hardly ever anyone's going to buy, because it's not the platform for this product. You know what I mean, right? So you have to determine that and make the platform relevant to your product. Okay. And you also have to determine where to target cold and where to target warm audiences. Okay. You have to know where you're going to attract cold people. So the best that works is Facebook. You run a cold campaign on Facebook and you remarket with Google ads, right? Or Pinterest ads or YouTube ads or TikTok ads. Okay. You can pick and choose. But if you have two social media platforms to begin with, you are already an advantage, because you are attracting your customers from different platforms. And usually it takes 7 to 21 touch points to attract a customer. So if you have that, you are in a very good advantage. Like, not everyone is doing this. So if you are doing this, you're going to be way, way further. Now, by now, you know what makes a good advertising. You know what differentiates successful marketing with below average or average marketing. Now, you have two choices at this point, right? You can apply everything I've said and do it yourself with your team. Go over the framework that I will send you if you stick to this, if you stick to the end, and basically apply everything that I've talked about, from 3 pillars of successful marketing to testing the copies, testing the visuals, and testing new audiences. You can do it all yourself. You can learn the best practices. You can split test. It may going to take you longer because you may be not familiar with what works with the exact processes and frameworks, but you can do it yourself. Or you could let us handle everything for you and do it the magic, right? So you don't have to worry about any of that. You don't have to solve problems when it comes to digital marketing, come up with profitable ideas and strategies, and wish to make ads work. It's really, probably, I assume you're a business owner watching this and you have a lot on your plate right now. So maybe marketing is not the primary thing that you're focused on, because it takes so much time to learn it, so much time to apply everything, optimizing it, scaling it, just taking care of it, right? Because it's not like you run an ad and you let it run for 1 month, okay, and you see what happens. Actually, you have to see within like 4 days if the ad is working. You have to optimize it every single day. You have to see how it's performing, and every fourth day or 7th day, you have to see if the ads make sense for me to run it, or just cut it down because it's wasting money. It's a really strategic process, and you have to be like really religious about taking care of these ads. And this brings us to the end of this video, which is an invitation for you to book in a growth/strategy call with myself and team to see if we can be any value to your brand whatsoever. Now, how we work as an agency and what you can expect. So when I started my e-commerce, I already knew this business model. I already knew that there's so many people out there trying to sell services to the business owners like yourself. And it's just so crazy how many business owners get burned by an agency. Maybe you are one of these people, right? Maybe you are one of the people that were burned by an agency, or maybe you have never worked with an agency, but you heard some things like the agencies and having in-house team is way better. I've heard it all, and I wanted to do things way differently. I wanted to make it as easy for the client, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? What matters is deliver results, okay? Because this is business, this is marketing, and what is really important is deliver the results that we were promising, because we don't overpromise, and it's really crazy how people overpromise results. But what we've told you and what we plan to do, it's good to deliver those results. So I really wanted to do things differently. So I hired a really great media buyer that has lots of experience, and that is actually, he's able to deliver these results for our clients. So that was the mission and vision, which gets me to the point that a lot of these agencies have very, very long, like 3 to 4 weeks onboarding process, which they also charge for, which I don't get, by the way. It's just crazy why anyone can charge for onboarding. So we have very fast onboarding process. You can see in the pictures, we have like step-by-step, you will be receiving a link with every single guidance, everything, the step-by-step process that you need to do. It will take you 60 to 90 minutes max, and that's it. You don't have to do anything, right? No back and forth emailing, nothing. It's just done, right? It's just done, and you don't have to worry about it. And we have everything we need. And it's within, like, with 7 to 10 days, sometimes 5 days, your ads are going to be live after your approval. So once you onboard yourself, the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to review everything that we've created. You approve it, and we're good to go. Now, we have really strategic planning. We really plan strategically to make your ads work, to make your campaigns work. We really custom tailor strategy, custom tailor frameworks and processes that we use to make the best results out there. And therefore, we focus on delivering results and really great communication, because this is something that we're very good for and known for. Our clients really praise us on our communication skills, on how we communicate and how we handle project management. So this is what makes me really happy, that our clients also see the value that we're trying to build here. That we're trying to make this as a partnership, not just an agency running ads and that's it. We really try to make it personal. We're trying to make it really like a good partnership, right? And just adding value. If you have any problems with anything, we are always there to help. We're always there to help our clients in any different areas of our business, of their business, like email marketing, website optimizations, and all sorts of that. And we consult them on what they can do differently, and we just help them with other aspects of their digital marketing. Now, let me tell you a story about AllABB and how we've grown their business by 300% in less than 3 months, which was over 300K in revenue generated. AllABB is a European brand that sells products to their Europe market, to 3 countries. And actually, it's really funny because Olivia came from the similar process that you are right now. And she was basically intrigued by how we approached her. And she was intrigued by our work and what we've done. We presented her the results. We presented her basically what we can do for her as a brand. And she was really intrigued. But she was also skeptical, because in the world of agencies reaching out, like she said, she's receiving hundreds of messages every single week, every single month. So she's been really like, not picky, but she was really like thinking about who is this agency is really going to help me out, who they are. And she was really choosing the agency that's really going to help you. So she was going through the similar process as you are right now, and she was really intrigued by the results that we generated. So she basically gave us a try. So we worked for the first 3 months, and she was completely blown away by the results that we generated. Like I've said, we generated in less than 3 months for her and her team around $300,000 in revenue, right? And increased the business and grown the business by 300% in literally less than 3 months, right? This is what Olivia has to say about Mima e-commerce. You can stop this video and read the testimonial that we basically we asked for from Olivia, and you can stop this and read this testimonial for yourself. So now the question is, what you can expect from the call that I invited you in before, right? It's going to be a very friendly conversation. There's going to be no selling, just a conversation about your brand, your digital marketing, and simply getting to know your current situation and where would you like to see yourself in the future, right? From there, we will determine whether we are a mutual fit. We don't overpromise, we don't oversell, or do all sorts of things other agencies do. We're very honest, and when we can see we can't help you, we will tell you and give you the actionable steps you can take yourself. And during the call, basically it's going to be also like a short consultation. If you have any current issues with your marketing that you would like to solve, we will be happy and we'll be there to help you out with any problem that you currently have, and just give you some eyes on it. So literally there is nothing to lose, only gain. But we're not going to sell you, and we're not going to, say that we can do these tremendous things, but we know deep inside that we can't. We don't fool our clients. We don't fool any prospects or any potential clients. We are very strict and blunt, and we are really frank with them as to what they can expect from us. We literally see that their budget is not that good for us to create this tremendous result like for our clients. We're just going to say, no, I'm sorry, we cannot help you at this point, but what we can help you with is you can now ask ourselves some questions and we can answer that for you, or we can do monthly consultations, which is basically half the price, just to get started and just to get the right principles, the right processes in place so they can scale themselves, right? So this is like the second option, but we never lie to our clients, we never overpromise, and we never take on a client that we cannot literally and truly help, right? During during the call. Basically, it's going to be also like a short consultation. If you have any current issues with your marketing that you would like to solve, we'll be happy and we'll be there to help you out with any problem that you currently have, and just give you some eyes on it. So literally there is nothing to lose, only gain. There is nothing that you can lose. It's 15 minutes. It can go to 30 to 45 minutes as you wish if we have time. But there's literally nothing to lose, right? You have nothing to lose with the call. You have nothing to lose to learn more about what you can do for your own brand. Even if we don't decide that we're a mutual fit, you will get the insights. You will get the advice. This is like the fraction of what what I usually tell prospects, what I tell our clients. This was just a fraction of advice, but during our 15-minute call, we usually go way deeper in that, and we help our clients to discover their potential and discover all these things and processes and frameworks that they can use immediately to generate tremendous results. So to end this video, the future of your business lies in your hands. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just watch this video and forget about spending this time watching this video and just go back to the life that you were having, go back to the results that you were getting? Or you will take a leap of faith, get on a 15-minute call, get to see what exactly can we do for you. And if nothing, that's okay, because you will walk away with actionable steps and insights, or an opportunity to work with us as consultants, right? With that said, I can't wait to talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching this case study. I hope you really enjoyed it. And now, when you are in this slide at the end of this video, I'm going to send you the breakdown of the framework that I've promised at the beginning of this video. And I really, really hope that it's going to help you out. So again, I can't wait to talk to you soon. And thank you so much for watching.